Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to dive right on in and we are going to start this off with highlighting and contouring. This is one of the most requested videos that I've been asked to do, is a highlighting and contouring video. I am going to show you all my tips and my tricks, and I'm going to start from the beginning of how I learned to highlight and contour. The very first product that I ever started to use when I got into highlighting and contouring is the ANASTASIA Contour Cream Kit. This is the one in light. This is one of my favorite products and I still use this today. Just an FYI, I bought this at Marshall's for $14.99. These creams are, I'm gonna call it spreadable, but something that I did do and I have always done when I use one of these cream kits is I will take an oil. You want it to literally go on your face like you'd be putting butter on your face. That's how you want the consistency. We're gonna go ahead and take our oil and I just do one drip in each little pan. So with Fair, I'm gonna put this in all the places that I really want to brighten up. The actual definition of highlight, I don't know, but in a gist, what you want to do with highlight is you want to bring forward features. I highlight right underneath where I'm going to put my contour, and I do that to just make my face look a little more snatched. And I'm just going to put neutral underneath where I put the color Fair. A lot of people like to do their highlight and blend in, and then they do their contour and blend in. I like to go ahead and put my highlight and contour on and then I blend it out. So with contour, I'm gonna be using Java, and a contour is what you want to bring back, and that's what really makes your face look snatched and makes it really give like a dimensional type of look. I go ahead and contour my chin so it doesn't make it look so wide, because I do kind of have a wide chin. A tip that I have when you contour is that you want to stay behind. So with your eye, you want to stay on the outside of your eye, not the inside. Go on the outside of your eye and start your line from there and pull forward, because that makes your face look lifted when you go up instead of going down. And with my forehead, I really don't want to have one, so we're gonna just apply it everywhere. If you all are not comfortable contouring your nose, don't do it. When I've contoured before on my nose, it looked like it was just dirty. And no one wants to be dirty. Don't do it. Now that our highlight and contour is on, the next thing that I like to do is I like to take some type of mist, a facial mist. One of my favorite ones that I especially love to use with this is the e.l.f. Glow and Dewy Mist, and we will just spray that on, and then you'll just start blending your face out, and starting with the highlight first and then doing your contour next. Not to mention how good this stuff smells, like that makes it even better. This right here is absolutely 100% why I love using the contour and cream kit, because it's so easy to blend out. It's not super harsh. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to a powder. I'm gonna be using the Original Formula AIRSPUN Loose Face Powder. You can get this at Walmart. It's incredibly cheap at Walmart. One of my favorite ones. Also, while we're discussing powders, do not, I'm telling you this right now, do not use an HD powder if you're gonna be taking pictures, because it's gonna have such bad flashback. You're gonna probably never want to put powder on your face again, because I had that happen. I highlighted and contoured my nose, and then I put an HD powder on right here, and literally it was like all white. Just right here was all white. And I was like, nope, I don't ever want to use powder again. And then I also learned that an HD powder is more something that they use in films. They don't necessarily use it when it comes to pictures. So if you're doing photographs, don't use an HD powder. Just a tip for today. Now that we have this powder on, the next thing that I would do, especially when I first started to get into highlighting and contouring, I would use a bronzer. Instead of me using like a contour powder or anything like that, I would immediately go straight to a bronzer. We're just gonna pick up this bronzer. You wanna blend right in where you put your contour on. The bronzing is something that people don't realize. Like, bronzing really isn't a contour, but when you're a beginner, it works that way. It works so easily, and I actually do this a lot sometimes too, like when I'm too freaking lazy to actually put a contour on. I straight will just go in with a bronzer. Call it done. Because you still get that nice pretty effect of a contour, it's just a little bit lighter. And the last thing that I want to show you all is I'm going to show you all how even with me having that powder on, especially if I really want to make like a really snatched contour, is I love to bake my face. You can use whatever you want, but I prefer to use my sponge, especially if it's damp. I'll just use my sponge. You bake where you highlight. if you can see on this side, you know, with the baking, you have a direct line, but over on this side, it's not as defined. Baking, obviously, you know, you can use it for whatever you want, but I use baking to make sharper lines. With the baking, you know, you want to let it sit for like 5-10 minutes. We're just gonna take that baking off. And right there, you've got that nice line where it looks real nice and sharp. So, baked, not baked. Do not be afraid to look like a clown, and so that it's something that you can learn from, because that's the only way that I learn the things that I know about makeup, is by making mistakes, by thinking something looked really good and then turning out looking like, oh, girl, you need to get your butt back home and fix that. It's all 100% a preference. How you like to do your makeup, how you want your makeup to look. Makeup is all art. That's something that I've learned along the way, especially with a lot of the looks that I've been playing around with, that I'm doing. Makeup is not something that has rules either. There are no rules to makeup. There is no way that you are supposed to do something and you're not supposed to do something. I specifically am just trying to show you all things that work out for me and hope that it does the same thing for you all. So we are at the end of this video. I hope that my tips and tricks that I've given you are helpful for you. Maybe not right now, but maybe down in the future. And as always, thank you for watching my YouTube video, because that means more to me too than probably anything. It makes me feel that I am actually doing something for good. The last thing, also, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, whatnot, please comment down below. Subscribe to me, please, because that way I don't feel like I'm an idiot just doing these makeup videos in my living room. As always, love, Hannah Michelle.